Peace, family. So if you haven't already, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be updated on new drops and content. So this week we want to look at Lil Italy. On top of the world, Lil Italy featured as a No Limit artist, but he was very different to the rest of the No Limit artists, and his release was something that was somewhat different to the entire catalog that came in 1998. So Lil Italy, born September 9th, 1973, is an American rapper who began his career by the name of G-Note, and he was a part of a California rap group called the Funk Mob, who was signed to E40's label Sick With It Records from 1994 to 1998. So, the Funk Mob, it was a Bay Area group consisting of K1, G-Note, also known, as Lil Italy, and Max Sean, who was signed by Sick With It and Jive Records. They were active only from 1994 to 1998, first appearing on Lil Bruce's debut album, Extra Manish, and then releasing their one and only album in 1996, which was called It Ain't For Play. And that album peaked at number 46 on the Billboard charts, and number 28 on the Billboard Heat Seekers. And the group would disband with Max Sean releasing solo albums, and he eventually joined Death Row. While in 1999, G-Note changed the name to Lil Italy, which is when he released his solo album, On Top of the World. So, Lil Italy, when he was with No Limit, he released the album On Top of the World in 1999, and the record peaked at 99 on the Billboard 200 and 20 on the Billboard Hip Hop and R&B Albums chart. It featured guest appearances from the likes of Silk the Shocker, Snoop Dogg, Magic. But Lil Italy was soon dropped from the label due to poor sales. His second album, Full Blown, was distributed by an independent label of K-Lou in 2001, but it didn't, make the charts. And in 2011, he returned after a decade-long hiatus with a new release called My Life, which is only available as an MP3 download. It says Lil Italy was born to Jamaican and American parents and grew up in the California Bay Area. So the On Top of the World album, I guess what makes this so different to the rest of the No Limit albums, Lil Italy wasn't very featured on other releases, whereas where we know with a lot of the No Limit artists, it was heavily featured on releases across the board, so we sort of built in a familiarity with them. But at the time with No Limit being smoking hot, anything with, for the most part, the No Limit tank on there would sell. If you walked into a CD store and you seen the No Limit cover and you seen, the featuring Master P's and, Snoop Dogg and all that stuff, for the most part, you would pick it up. So it says that Lil Italy was brought in through K-Lou. Most of the recording of his album took place at K-Lou Studios in Richmond, California, and some at the No Limit Studios in Baton Rouge. And production was predominantly handled by K-Lou, with some other production from C-Los at the time, and Master P working as an executive producer. It also has production credit from KLC, Ricky Goldfinger's Riviera, Charles Doyle Leonard, and Poor Man Dre. So the album itself peaked at 99 on the Billboard 200, as I said, and 20 on the top hip hop and R&B albums, but it failed to gain the sales of No Limit's previous releases, and Lil Italy was soon dropped by the label. Michael Gallucci of AllMusic.com rated the album 2 out of 5 stars, writing that it had no personality, no distinguishing marks to separate it from the rest of the No Limit army. So I think that's kind of a fair analogy of the album. It had a few songs on there, Ghetto Fame with Silk the Shocker, Come and Get Me featuring P. It featured Magic, it had Ghetto Commission, it had Fiend, it had Mystical. For the most part, it featured a lot of the heavyweights of the tank, but the album itself, to me as a fan, it kind of missed the mark, just like not really having that complete No Limit personality. We do understand every No Limit artist, for the most part, had their own personality and their own style that they brought to the table. I don't know what you guys think of the album. Was it one that you thought was hot? Was you jamming it a lot? Or did it get missed? It says as of 2005, the album had sold 14,271 copies, and it was reported that an estimated 47,000 copies were shipped upon the release date. This would be the last album produced by Beats by the Pound for No Limit Records. as they left No Limit in August 1999 over creative differences. So this is one of the last projects it says that the Pound had worked on. So with that being said, what do you guys think? Do you think this album missed the mark? Do you think it's one that was like a gem that's lost in the shuffle? Some say it was a deal that was done between P and K Lou to help establish one of his artists, which K Lou went on to release a second album with Lil Italy. So what do you guys think of this? Was this one of the worst No Limit albums? Let us know your thoughts down below. Peace. Peace, family. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check us out on abouttheonline.com. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for exclusive playlists and social media for all different types of segments and content.